Hi. So, President Vladimir Putin gave his interview with Pavel Zerubin, and I think this is the uh, first proper interview after Tucker Carlson interview, and this is a journalist with whom I think Putin is most comfortable with. So he gave the interview, and the Tucker Carlson interview, it was also a great interview because it has fetched something around 1 billion or more than a billion views, which is humongous. And if you think about this interview, President Putin talked about France, Germany, the Minsk agreement, why he attacked Ukraine. Then he talked about Biden versus Trump. He talked about Elena Baerbock, and he also talked about Tucker Carlson, and he compared Carlson's faith with that of Julian Assange, and he compared with Julian. If West comes upon him, and if West comes upon him, his faith will be like him or even worse, and many in the West definitely are talking to punish him for his interview, including the Europeans. The Americans are also very hostile with him. Those Americans who are in power, as they are very hostile. Even the American media, the likes of CNN, are also very hostile to him. Farid Zakaria is also constantly making noise against him. So, and Hillary Clinton compared him with a puppy, useful idiot, all those things came from them. So he talked about Tucker Carlson. Then he also spoke about the special military operation there in Ukraine, and he said that it was not due to an imminent attack by NATO upon Russia, but he said that it was due to a possibility of Ukraine attacking Donbas Republic, and he said that there was already huge shelling on Donbas in the February of 2022, and he had made clear to the West that he won't allow Ukraine to be overrun. He won't allow Ukraine to overrun Donbas Republic, and I think that was the reason, perhaps, that he first recognized the independence of two Donbas republics. And he talked about the Minsk agreement. He said that it was basically done by West, especially France and Germany, in order to rearm or arm Ukraine. And he was really furious with Angela Merkel, and I think that his relationship with Merkel is absolutely broken now, and if she comes back in politics, which some people there in Germany are talking about, she won't be having a warm reception, a warm greeting from the Kremlin. And he said that they thought, they means Russians, and especially Putin, they thought that they were dealing with honest people. And I think he is referring to Angela Merkel. So he is calling her dishonest. That means that he has lost all faith on Merkel. And he also talked about Joe Biden versus Trump thing. He said that Biden is an old school leader and predictable, but he also called him completely hostile to Russia. That means that essentially he is a cold warrior. And he also said one more important thing, that he still saw no evidence of mental decline of Biden, which in part is a way, of course, again, of putting all the responsibilities for the entire disaster on Biden, so that he can't say that these were officers or other people. He is putting entire blame there on Biden, and he was absolutely brutal against Annalena Baerbock, and he called about her grandfather that he was a Nazi, but he also tried to say that, well, if a grandfather is Nazi, I'm not using his exact words, but that does not reflect upon her. But he also said that look what the Green Party of Germany has done to Germany's energy policy and brought all these problems upon Germany. He also talked about those high-speed trains which the Russians were making along with Germans, and Germans moved away because of sanctions. And he said in a way that they can slow down the things but cannot stop them. And in a way he said that we don't need you. So these were the main points which I gained or I understood from that interview.